I thought food delivery would be easy. Drive around, drop off orders, make some cash. Simple, right? But after 3 nights, I saw things I can't explain. Things that made me quit forever. I've tried to tell myself it was all in my head, that exhaustion played tricks on me. But the truth is, I know what I saw. And if you're a food delivery driver, maybe you should listen. Because some places don't just want food, they want you. It was a slow night, almost midnight, when I got the order. A single large pizza. The address? Way outside town. The kind of place GPS struggles with. As I rode, streetlights became fewer, then disappeared altogether. The houses thinned out until there was nothing but trees. The air smelled damp, and the road glistened under my headlights. Then I saw it, a house at the end of a long dirt driveway. It looked wrong. The windows were dark, the front door slightly ajar. The entire place seemed abandoned. I double-checked the app. This was definitely the right place. I hesitated, but my job wasn't to ask questions. Just drop and go. I walked to the porch, knocked lightly. Silence. I knocked again, harder this time. Still nothing. I pulled out my phone and sent a message. "I'm here with your order." Then, creak. The door opened an inch. A hand, pale and thin, shot out from the darkness. It snatched the food from my hands so fast I barely registered it. Then, slam. The door shut. No thank you. No tip. No sign of movement inside. I turned and walked back to my bike, but something made me look up. In the upstairs window, through a gap in the curtains, a figure stood there, watching me. The next night was worse. The rain had been relentless all day, and by nightfall, the city streets had turned into rivers. I got an order for a small takeout bag. Nothing unusual, just another delivery. But as I pulled up to the address, a strange feeling settled over me. The building was an old apartment complex. No lights were on. No sign of life. I climbed the stairs to the 3rd floor, the air heavy with mildew. The door I was delivering to was slightly open. I knocked, no answer. I knocked again, still nothing. Frustrated, I placed the bag down, snapped a photo for proof, and turned to leave. That's when I saw it, a door across the hall. It was open just a crack, and someone was peeking through, a single eye unblinking staring at me. I backed away quickly, heart hammering. The second I turned for the stairs, a door creaked behind me. Footsteps. I ran. By the time I got outside, I was soaked. I climbed onto my bike, trying to calm myself. Then I saw something in my side mirror, a reflection. Someone was sitting behind me. I spun around. Nothing. I laughed it off, shook my head. Just my imagination, right? But then I saw it. The extra helmet on my bike? It was wet, like someone had just been wearing it. I should have called it quits after that. But I needed the money. The final order came in late, almost 1 a.m. The address was strange. The app didn't recognize it. The GPS struggled, but eventually led me down a winding dirt road. There were no streetlights, just darkness on all sides. Finally, I saw it. A small wooden house with a single light in the window. I parked, grabbed the bag, and walked up the creaking steps. The second I knocked, the door swung open on its own. I stepped inside cautiously. Everything was old, covered in dust. Furniture was hidden under white sheets. The air smelled stale, like no one had lived there for years. On the dining table, a single plate of food sat untouched. Beside it, a note. "Do not turn around." My stomach dropped. Then, a whisper, soft right behind me. "You took too long." I turned, but the room was empty. Then the door slammed shut. Panic took over. I ran to the door, twisting the knob, locked. My phone had no signal. The windows wouldn't budge. Then I heard it. Wet footsteps. Something was coming down the hallway. I grabbed the nearest object, a rusted candlestick, and held it tight. The footsteps stopped right outside the room. Silence. Then, a single wet knock. Slow, rhythmic. I wasn't alone. I don't remember how I got out. All I know is that one moment I was trapped, and the next I was lying in the dirt outside. The house? Gone. Like it had never been there. I searched for days, but the road I'd driven down, it didn't exist anymore. I quit food delivery that night. But sometimes, I still get order notifications, addresses that don't exist. And once in a while, late at night, I feel something behind me, sitting, waiting. I never turn around, because I know what I'll see.